André Rocha é um talento inegável. O jovem caiacar luso-canadiano nota uma ascensão notável na sua ainda tenra carreira e, apesar de ainda ter muito para crescer e desenvolver, ambos em aspectos técnicos e físicos, já sonha em um dia representar o Canadá nos Jogos Olímpicos.
It was 5 years ago, my friends started paddling at this canoe club and they wanted me to join in, and they were saying that it was super fun, a great way to get active. So I came to the open house that year and I started canoeing, and I just loved it. The community, all my friends hanging out together, it was a great time and I wanted to be a part of that. A couple of weeks later, I saw kayaking for the first time, and it looked a lot more fun. They were going faster, so I decided kayaking was what I wanted to do. Past 3 years, I've been in the high performance of kayaking, which is everyday training, sometimes 2 times a day, sometimes 3 times a day, throughout almost the entire year. The hard work pays off and you get to do all these races with your friends and get medals. I love kayaking and the sport, and I want to keep going and see how far I can get.
O kayaking é um desporto em ascensão global, mas que ainda apresenta alguns obstáculos aos seus praticantes, tal como as longas horas de treino e preparação ou o próprio custo do equipamento necessário.
From when I started, it was a much smaller group. The nationals wasn't as big, and definitely across the world it wasn't as big. And now, through more years of paddling, even in my community, there's a lot more people at my canoe club, and across the world, a lot more people are watching it, and it's getting a lot more traction across the world. A lot more people need to realize that this sport, they kind of see kayaking and rowing and all these sports, like they're not as cool. You're kind of just in your boat, and sprinting is super big. Everybody watches running and that, and it's very similar to that. You're training all this for a couple seconds and it's super exciting to watch. And if people realize that and they see this sport, I think a lot more people will enjoy watching it. So it just needs to be shown more. There's a lot of equipment you need. It's definitely an expensive sport, but with canoe clubs like this, they have club boats and the community will help you. You can borrow boats, rent boats, or just use the boats. And it definitely helps younger people and people who aren't too interested in the sport, just to learn more about it. But then once you realize how great the community is and how fun the sport is, you'll invest in it and spend that money to get those equipment.
O jovem atleta não esconde a sua gratitude à sua família, em especial aos seus pais, que tanto sacrificam da sua vida pessoal e profissional para lhe poderem disponibilizar tudo o que necessita e presenciar em todos os seus treinos e competições.
I played a lot of sports when I was younger, hockey, soccer, and eventually I just decided that kayaking was a great sport, the community was great, and I was better at it than the other ones. I had the best chance of becoming a top athlete, so I decided that I wanted to focus on this, and they were 100% behind me, helped me transition into this sport.
A nossa entrevista com André Rocha aconteceu semanas antes da sua participação nos Mundiais de Maratona de Canoagem ICF 2022, realizados em Ponte Lima, onde acabou por conquistar um incrível tempo de 1 hora, 50 minutos e 28 segundos com o seu parceiro Máximo. André partilhou o entusiasmo que sentia em participar nesta competição e trabalhar com Fernando Pimenta, atleta olímpico lusitano.
For my first international, it's hard to judge on how they'll be, but I've seen they're very fast and it's going to be a tough battle, but you just got to focus on your own race and with my teammate to just try and keep going, stay with the front of the pack as high as we can. Many coaches have helped us set up stuff, and there'll be a big group going over. We'll be staying together, training together a couple days before to get us ready for the race. Usually when I go into a race, I know who I'm going to race. I can see the speed, base it off those people, but going internationally for the first time, you don't really know any names. It'll be tough, but definitely excited.
André não esconde o orgulho que sente em representar a Maple Leaf no seu peito, sonhando um dia poder representar o Canadá nos Jogos Olímpicos, o maior objetivo na vida de um atleta.
that would be crazy. I wouldn't even know what to say. Just I would thank all my coaches, my family, my opponents, my teammates, my friends for helping me get there, because me just training couldn't have just got me there. Everybody along the way that supported me, pushed me. Going to the Olympics would be amazing. It's been a dream for so many years since I was young, but this international race is already a dream for me. It's been a goal to represent Canada, so anything to come now would just be amazing.
Apesar de representar o Canadá, André Rocha sente forte orgulho nas suas origens portuguesas.
Growing up, speaking with my parents and my grandparents, we spoke Portuguese, we ate Portuguese food, we had annual trips to Portugal, which was amazing. Going there is so much fun. I'm pretty good at understanding it, but being able to speak it more would definitely help.
Aguardamos por ti, André, nos vários pódios que irás pisar ao longo da tua carreira, assim como quiçá um dia os Jogos Olímpicos.